All right, so tonight we'll be talking about a very interesting topic. Tonight we'll be talking about a very interesting topic, the speed of a man. The speed of a man. And we'll just channel our energy into conversation and discuss how network, access, opportunity, and even integrity will determine how far and how fast you can go in life as a man, as a young man. Already in the world, we are already seeing how there are more opportunity given to a woman, right? I was sharing an opportunity in my cycle, like in my community that I have, and the opportunity I said 20 males, right? I'm giving this opportunity to about 20 males, and even inside those males, people who were coming into my DM, some of them were like females, right? And they were like acting like they did not read when I said it's just 20 males or males in particular. So when sometimes when they'll come out, I'll tell them it's male. They were like, is female not part of it, right? So a lady now reached out to me. I've forgotten what she actually said. She said that she's interested. I say, are you a male? She said she's interested. She now say whether is there
She now see whether is there no
opportunity for
opportunity for
maybe you can mute.
Female.
maybe you can.
Okay.
So she was like,
So she was like,
is there no opportunity for
is there no
males?
opportunity?
Right? She said, is there no opportunity for females? I'm not sure I gave her a good response. Then later, I now sent her another opportunity that I just saw. Almost immediately, she said that, and I said, send it to her. And I told her, did she see any opportunity for male? Like in that opportunity link I sent to her now, they say they are empowering only females. And I asked her, did she see anyone for male? She didn't respond. Okay. So already you can see that the whole system is rigged against us. If there are opportunities for male, even the females will be interested. But when you see opportunity for females, it's as if it is their right, it is their own, it is their everything. And you can even see this period, females are right. Females are how will I put it? They are the ones in power. They are the ones in they are the ones giving the license to organize financial programs that has to do with monetary funds. They are the ones that they usually give slots. It might be in your community now. Let's say there's your government, for example, now has an opportunity, they want to empower the youth and all of that, they will just give it to one female to spearhead that committee. And in your mind, you like, where is the opportunity? You're not hearing anything about the opportunity, blah blah blah. And before you know, they say, oh, the thing is over, or they have already selected people, or you check your email, to say sorry, oh, you are not selected, oh, and the rest. You don't know that the female has on her own think of the people in her mind that will benefit from that program and give it to them, right? So it's really sad. That is why part of what we do in Real Men Talk is to see how we can support ourselves through knowledge sharing and opportunities, so that we ourselves will become stable financially, right? So we don't have to become victims of impartiality. If you are stable financially, you won't be worried about the opportunity that you did not get, right? If you have a lot of money, you won't be worried about the money that you are looking for or you don't have, because at least you can, based on what you have, is enough to take care of yourself, right? So it is very important that we
It is
unite
very important
ourselves
that we unite
as
ourselves and we can
men, to unite ourselves as a man to, learn and grow and network. So let's get into the conversation. So many young men believe that success is simply about working hard or working harder than everyone else, right? Why hard work is important, but hard work without directions, without relationships, without character will often lead to frustration. Most of the time when we like want to portray what a man who is hardworking is like, what do we see? A man that is going to sites, carrying bags of cement, uh, loading and offloading trailer, doing hard labor, doing construction, or doing all kind. I think we have one here who is into tiling and
house,
that.
traveling, and all. I
I'm,
think
I'm here, coach.
we
We
uh,
have our friend here who is into tiling, right? So most of the time, or men who are working in the rig, like oil and gas. When you go to the offshore, you see men climbing high tanks. We see these men as people who are hardworking. But it will surprise you that these men that you describe as hardworking, the money they are earning is not the same as the people who are supervising them or who actually owns the company, right? The money that they earn is not the why me. I have my experience. I've actually worked in a, not really work, like a training in a refinery, right? The people who then people who are doing the labor, right, going into the plants doing stuff, they are being paid 100 as of then. Oh, that was around 2018. I don't know of now. They are being paid around 80,000 to 100,000 in a month. These are the people who are going to do the actual work, hard labor. You see them sweating, smelling, due to the environment they find themselves. They are being paid how much? Between 80,000 to 100,000. But guess what? The ones who are in the office, who are inside AC, relaxing, pressing their phone, giving direction and all, they are being paid in millions every month. So in this case now, who will you describe as somebody who is hardworking, right? Does the amount that the person who is hardworking equating the amount of the one who is not hardworking any, right? So that is the baseline of our discussion. How do you describe hard work, as a man? So the truth is this: a man's speed is influenced by the quality of his network, the access he earns, the opportunities he recognizes, and the integrity that he protects. Right? Two men may have the same talents and education, yet one may reach his goals in 5 years, while the others will struggle for over 20 years without reaching his goals. Take for example now, if you are using public transport, for those who are conversant with public transport in the local area, right, you will see an old man driving taxi. Old man that should be in his maybe late 60s, late 50s or early 70s, He's the one doing taxi work. Is it supposed to be so? After maybe he was a civil servant, and after he retires, he now went to buy a cab. He used his gratuity to buy cab and be running on the road every day. Old man at his late 60s that should be resting, doing other activities that will just support himself. But he's running taxi that is for young people, right? So it's a different thing. So let's talk about your network, right? Let's talk about your network. Your network determine your speed. Who you are who you are connected to will determine how far you can go in life. Take this from me. I've been a beneficiary of things like this. Before, I used to ask, how do people get to this point? But when I started benefiting myself, then I knew that this is true. People often say your network is your net worth, right? Your network is your net worth. Why money is not everything. Relationships can open doors that qualification alone cannot open. If you struggle, if all the money in your life you struggle to earn it, right? Oh, sorry about that. Right. If all the money in your life you struggle to earn that money, it means you don't have a solid network. You shouldn't struggle for everything in your life. Okay. Number two, so before then, ask yourself, are the people around you pushing you forward or holding you backward? This is like a personal question, right? Are the people around you, the people you call your friends, the people you call family, right? Are they pushing you forward or they are holding you back? They are always billing you. They are always asking you for money. They are always looking for how to rip you. They are always looking for how to collect. None of them is even asking you how are you doing. I don't know if anybody have remembered you and say how have you eaten today? But you see some of your friends, you have not even talked to them for a while. The first time they will just enter your inbox is, can you do me a favor? So the people around you, are they holding you back or they are pushing you forward? Are your conversations with your friends, are they about ideas, opportunities, goals, vision, or they are just gossip? Always when you meet together, your conversation is about maybe a female, or gossiping about football, or talking about politicians, or say, oh, I'm a fan of Ronaldo, I'm a fan of Davido, I'm a fan of this, just talking about other people who have already succeeded, instead of thinking of how you will be successful yourself. What is the next step? What's the next goal? What are you achieving next, right? If you are around people who gossip, it is time you start changing your cycle, right? Then who can confidently recommend you when opportunity arises? Let's be truthful, most of the jobs or work we finally get, most of the time is because somebody recommended us. It's not like we advertised ourselves and we got the job. Some of the jobs I've gotten is because somebody recommended me for it. That was why I got the job. So number two, access, right? Access changes everything. Access. Imagine you are trying to go to, maybe let's say, the governor house. Maybe you have an idea you want to share with the governor of the state, or the person who is close to the governor, and one day you went to an event and you met some random persons, right? And you just network with the person, you like the person vibe, you network with the person. Then later on, you realize that the person you networked with, right, the person you networked with is the son of the governor, or the son of the person who is close to the governor. And you people are friends, right? You have built your friendship, you people like each other. You know, that person now, because you guys are close, he or she can invite you over to their house and say, oh, come and have dinner with us, or come and have lunch with us, right? What will that person give you at that moment is called access. A place that on a normal day you cannot enter, or on a normal day you cannot meet that governor, or you cannot meet that person, right? But because of you have connected with somebody who is much closer to that person, you have now gotten what? Access. So it is very, very important that as you grow as a man, you build that tenacity to network with people that will give you access. Let me use myself as an example. There is one estate, you know, is owned by a company. There's one estate. It's a very popular place. It's a very popular place. But I always wish to enter that place. I always wish to enter that place. I was like, what will make me enter this place? I just want to see how the place is. I just want to see how the houses, the people who are there, how are they, right? But guess what? There was a day I had an event, and the location was that place. I said, whoa,
I said,
I'm going to
I'm going
I'm going
to,
to attend that event.
I'm going to attend that.
In fact, if I have any,
In fact, if I have any,
sorry, I'm echoing.
sorry, I'm echoing.
Right?
I can't hear you, coach.
Right?
Sorry, I'm echoing. If you can't hear me, you can just use the message so that I will know. Okay? So, so I was saying,
So what?
so as I was saying, I I looked for a way to attend that event. Right? I attended the event, and I think I had to volunteer as a photographer, and that was how I was able to be given access when I came to the security post before I enter the the estate, right? I have to I have to identify myself and tell them I'm for this event, and they allowed me, right, to enter. Not only that, so many other places that I've also, wanted to be, or trying to gain access, or try to visit, and I had the opportunity, and I was able to enter. So talent is valuable, but access accelerates talent. Talent is valuable, but access accelerates talent. You might be very good in book, you might have knowledge, but if you and somebody who has more access than you apply for a job, they might prefer that person than you. The person might not even know that much. Maybe you are very smarter than that person, right? But they will consider that person more than you because that person has more access. So that's another thing to build. So, question we can ask yourself: what, where can access? Okay, before I go to that, where can access come through? Right, access can come through mentorship. Right, I remember I shared. I don't know if I shared it with you guys, but at the time I shared it, there is a man, right? He works with the United Arab Emirates. He works with their office in Dubai. So he created a mentorship program. He's from Ghana. The man is from Ghana, right? But he created a mentorship program. He wanted to duplicate himself, you know, among young Africans that can do the same thing that he is doing. He's going to mentor you, you know, give you access, share knowledge, and probably opportunity that ordinary you may not have gotten, right? But the challenge, I was very, very interested because I am his friend on the LinkedIn. So I was very, very interested in that mentorship because do you know what it means to touch Arab money? Like to taste Arab money, dirhams from Dubai. If you have ever tasted Dubai money or Arab money before, you understand that that money is a different kind of money, right? So the challenge I had was that he put his fee at $80. $80 was the registration fee to become his mentee for that month. I was like, damn, I wish I had that $80. I would have registered, but I didn't have $80 as of that time. If it was now that they say, maybe I would have see how I can sacrifice up to $80, and register. How much is $80 now? If we do it in naira, right? Let me check. $80 to naira. That is about 109,000. Right? That's 109,000 to have access to that mentorship. And that mentorship can even give you a job, because if he gives you that personal recommendation, he can give you a job and you'll be working comfortably in Dubai or Mecca or any of those Arab countries and be making your money. Okay. You can also access can also come through professional communities, conferences and seminars. Like me, most of the connections I've been able to build was attending conferences and seminars, right? Volunteering too. Volunteer. Your government or your organization is organizing a program. Tell them you want to volunteer. Maybe you are good at ushering, maybe you are good with media, maybe you are good with pictures. You can take pictures or you can do video. Just volunteer for free. You never can tell what that opportunity can give you, right? Internships too, then serving people very well, right? So remember, when preparation meets access, opportunities become reality. So the discussion is, what kind of rooms should young men intentionally position themselves to enter? You have to think this through. Number 3 is opportunity. They said fortune favors the bold. Whenever you see an opportunity, don't doubt, don't ask too much question. Simply what? Apply for it if it interests you. Okay? Whenever you see a verified opportunity and you say, oh, you are free to do this, you are interested in this, don't doubt it. Don't doubt whether it's true or not. Just apply, because you never can tell if you'll be selected. Understand? This year alone, I know how many opportunities I've applied, even if I've gotten so many rejections, right? But I know that when I apply, is you never can tell which. I remember when Raphael, I think it was both of us that applied for Anga program, and we tried to finish to the end, right? We are both in Anga, SGE. Even when I applied, I didn't even know what I was even doing, but I just applied anyway. Then I ensured that I followed through till we get to the end. And here I am, ambassador of Anga, right? And the rest. So, and so many other programs I've applied for. There is one I'm even on called TSAA, and Trust and Safety Africa Academy, right? That one is hosted in Ghana. It's hosted by a Ghanaian organization, and we are just, is it 5 or 3 that we are selected from Nigeria to be part of that program, and we have completed the program. We never can tell what next, right? maybe there's an opportunity for us, maybe they want to employ us, or maybe something else. We never can tell. We just what apply. So whenever you see opportunity that appeals to you and you feel you're interested, do not hesitate to what apply, right? Learn because in this opportunity you are going to learn valuable skill. You're also going to learn how to build your personal brand, how you can develop confidence, staying consistent, right, and the rest. So the question isn't will opportunity come. The question is, will you be ready when it comes, right? So what skill are you currently developing that could create opportunities in the next 5 years? Opportunities will keep coming. It's not that is as long as we are living in a world of problems, and there are people who wants to solve this problem, opportunities will keep coming. If they don't come, create one for yourself. A lot of people everywhere in the world are creating opportunities for themselves and they are benefiting from it. I created an opportunity for myself and I even got rewarded for it. There's a program I created, Clean Waste Campaign. It was a success. I created it. It was my idea. But guess what? I got funding. I got funded, right? Almost 1 million. So what if I didn't create it? Who would have done it for me, right? So lastly is integrity. Integrity sustains speed. Integrity is like your fuel for your growth. People will trust you with financial resources if you have integrity, or if they believe you have integrity. They will trust you with their life. Some people will even trust you with their life, right? As long as they have verified that you are a person of integrity, you are a person that will not jeopardize or compromise or go against, right? Because integrity intertwine with your character, the kind of person you are. That is what integrity. You see somebody like Very Dark Man saying that he's the number one person with integrity in
Person with
Nigeria.
integrity.
Yes.
Yeah. You
Yeah. You
uh
uh
you think that actually he's the he's the person with integrity, but the honest truth is he might not just be the only person, right, that has integrity. There are a lot of people who also have integrity, but he is the one that is mostly boasting about it. Okay. So what does integrity means? It means keeping your words, being honest even when nobody is watching, right? Respecting other people's trust, doing the right thing without even being supervised, and remaining humble as you grow in success. Some people, once they buy a car, or once they build a mansion, or once they become something, or maybe they give them one political position, they will start raising shoulder, they will start becoming very prideful, they will start thinking they are better than everyone else, right? So it's not good. You shouldn't do that if you want to build integrity. Your reputation travels into rooms before you do. Let me tell you for a fact, if you're walking on the streets, right, and you a group of people that you already know are just clustering around and you walk past them, maybe you just greet them, say, hello, how na dey na, good day oh. You walk past them. Guess what? You might just be the next person they are going to be talking about. It is very, very, most of the time, 80%, you are going to be the next person they might be talking about. They'll say, you mean this Aboki? Aboki guy. Oh no, I believe Aboki guy just did. What they will be talking about is your character that they have perceived, you understand? Or maybe they have encountered when they met you. That is what everybody is going to say. They are not going to say what they did not experience. They are all going to say what they experience with you. So if their experience with you is bad, that is the thing they are going to say. If it's good, that is the same thing they are going to say, right? So it is important that when you relate with people very well. Do not overlook people, right? So finally, every young man, right, has the potential to go far, but potential alone is never enough. To increase your speed as a man, you have to build meaningful relationships, position yourself to gain access, prepare consistently for opportunities, protect your integrity at all costs. Then you make sure you stay focused on purpose rather than trying to compare yourself. Remember, your network may open the door, your access may invite you in, opportunity may present itself, but your integrity will determine whether you remain in the room or not. So thank you. That's our message for tonight. So I think this is the time where we entertain questions, contribution. If you have any issue you want us to discuss about, right? There are like a couple of questions here, but we just want to hear from you first. If there are anything you want to share, let's hear from you. Question or contribution?